Good morning, YouTube, or I should say, good morning, Saints. I want to discuss something. Let's give it a couple minutes, and then let a couple people get in here. Mhm. I want to discuss this issue. It'll piss some people off. They'll think I'm insensitive, bad timing, and so forth. But I think this could be an opportunity because recently, with the death of the singer, I'm sorry, the dancer DJ known as Twitch, Tyler Perry, and we're not the person who killed himself on Tuesday, Twitch. Tyler Perry came and gave an encouraging word about suicide, right? And in his confession or his testimony, he said that he himself had attempted suicide twice as a younger person, and how grateful he was that this was not successful, which of course it is absolutely fabulous that a person didn't take their life. But I think I see an opportunity to finally uncover this scab that's always been over Tyler Perry. I want to know, and maybe other people will want to know, why Tyler Perry? Because since the beginning of your career, it has been rumored that you are indeed a homosexual, right? Uh, People like Walter Lee Hampton have come and said that they know you. They know that you are, in fact, homosexual. You have apparently denied that you are homosexual since the beginning of your career. I'm not saying we don't love you, right? And not saying that every man who puts on a dress is gay, because we know lots of black comedians and other comedians have donned the dress, right? We have the examples of people like Flip Wilson and uh, Jamie Foxx. A lot of actors have done that, right? So I'm not saying you're gay because you dress as Medea, but there's always been a cloud around your sexual identity. So I just see it as an opportunity. Listen, gay people re-rank in the highest of people who commit suicide at young ages, right? And a lot of that reason is because of their confusion over their sexual identity and the constant badgering or making these people believe that they are not worthy of God's love, right? And in their confusion, they end up killing themselves. So I think it would be interesting. It would be something for us, Tyler Perry, if you could just talk to us. Why, as a young man, did you want to hurt yourself? Because you, perhaps like no anyone else around these church people who sticking to these ideas, could probably help us, help them to understand that this is what we're doing. But this constant belittling and badgering of gay people, here's what we're doing, because we know Tyler Perry, right? We love him. We have embraced him. We go to his concerts. We've heard him preach. We know how generous he is to the church, right? And perhaps maybe if you could come forward and say, listen, yes, I was a confused young person. Yes, it had a whole lot to do with my sexual identity. Throw us a bone. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I've never heard out of your own mouth you say that you were not gay. I get the impression that is something that you never want to talk about. And that I remember watching a cartoon a few years back. I think it was called Pose, where the people with boondocks were presenting you as a gay man in the church. The Pose character, I think it's my Dukes, was you, right? And they were suggesting that my Dukes was indeed a homosexual, that she chose a lot of the people in her plays and so forth. based on their attractiveness, their masculine attractiveness, right? And you went crazy, and I believe you fired everybody, or you certainly threatened lawsuits if they didn't take down that parody because you didn't appreciate it. But I'm just saying, is this Tyler Perry's? You can't get no more rich. You're already a rich, wealthy man. Nobody really gives in this time, this day and age about people's sexual identity. Not really. We got superstars that are gay now, right? We got all these people in newscasting that are out. You are in the position where you don't really need the approval of anybody. You're not making these church circuit plays anymore. You're making regular movies. You've made your mark. So can you come now and talk to us about uh, teenage suicide, specifically about how many people who have been taught to hate themselves end up doing this to themselves? Could you talk to us about that now? Could you throw us a bone and say, yes, this is who I am? I'm not ashamed of who I am. There have been periods when I've been extremely ashamed of who I am, so much so that I wanted to off myself, right? Because a whole lot of gay people who have been can give testimony that they have gone through that period where they've questioned that they should even be alive. This is all I'm saying. I know a lot of y'all are not going to agree with me. That's his business and all that. I think it's been his business long enough. So I don't know what else, what other kind of hurdles you need to jump before you can just say who you are. You're still not a married man, are you? You found a way that you want to have a family, but you found your way around marriage, right? It's been rumored that you've been homosexual for your entire life. I mean, can we have the conversation now? Because I think it would help people. It would help gay people, young gay people, because they're the ones that need help. Us old queens, we don't really need your help. But the people in your circle, your church circle, I think it would help to actually have the conversation with somebody who they respect. Anyway, I don't know. Has Tyler Perry ever come out and said that he was not homosexual? According to Walter Lee Hampton, he knew him and they called each other Miss Thang and girl and went out to the club and all this kind of stuff. You have another comedian, a gay comedian, who says that he actually stole his Medea character from her because he would always show up at her shows. And then he come out with his own version of that. Ain't nobody mad at that, you know. We all imitate each other, certainly the people in show business, right? You made it better. You perfected it. But they all seem to think that you're a homosexual. So I think that it is harmful to our community for a person in your position to still deny that they were homosexual because you think something's wrong with it, right? And maybe it's not even the issue. You could have been want to commit your suicide because you wanted to be an actor, or you wanted to do this, or you hate your mom, or you hate your daddy. There could have been all kind of reasons. But can we talk about it? I'd love to talk about it, right? You want to tell people how it's better on the other side and so forth, but you want to be vague. Don't be vague. Speak right to a thing. I certainly have more respect for you. Hey, people. Hi, Erica J. You see what's going on here. Hey, Mocha Drop, Marie B, Cheryl Burnett. Listen, I don't want to diminish the conversation around this going around about this person Twitch. It seemed like a really, boy, he says seems like such a friendly, happy person all the time. Some people just look happy. And I guess you can't help how you look, whatever. There's not, he doesn't have that mean scowl underlying things. He's always in a good mood, always smiling, kind of thing. And so it is surprising that a person like that would have underlying things. You know, we don't know what the hell that could be. Many people have done that because, like with Don Cornelius, and they've got terminal illness, and some people are in an extreme amount of physical pain, right? I don't want to do this for the next 10 years, you know. So we don't know about all that. And I'm not trying to speak on that situation. And I do applaud you, Tyler Perry, for at least bigging up a person who you knew or had acquaintance with. That part's good. But I think you could take it a step further, right? Because young gay people are still the ones killing themselves at much higher rates. They'll listen to someone in your position. You tell them about what the struggle is really like. Mm-hmm. I know people don't agree with me. It's all right. It's fine with me, honey. Did I speak to people? Let me see. Shava Winters and Alfreda Groves, Cheryl Burnett. Mm-hmm. How y'all doing? Alfreda Groves. Did I just say your name? I said it twice. Fraser Laurie. Didn't they say he was dating that Crystal lady who plays Fatima on Sisters? I have no idea, child. I know Donnie McCurkin came out and said he was dating this girl because he took her to the Stellar Awards. They bled that for a whole season, child. It wasn't no marriage, it wasn't no love, honey. It's your friend. Shit, we all got a friend. Listen, I'm going to the Stellar Awards tonight. Would you like to go? I need to have a date for the award show. They made that this big old thing that we in counseling. Well, how long are you gonna counsel, child? People been getting married since the biblical times. They ain't need all the damn counseling. It turned out to be nothing. It's just a friend of his, child. So we don't know. But because somebody say they're dating somebody, that don't mean nothing. Even if they marry them, really. But what's it been like for you? And where do you stand on the issue now? I don't watch Tyler Perry stuff anymore, although I used to be a huge fan. I loved all of the early plays, which were later turned to videos. I was a big fan at that time. I think sometimes things are just kind of played out, you move on. He has certainly moved on to other things. But I believe he had some gay characters in some of these TV shows he had. Finally. Took a long time for him to even include one, right? You don't want the people looking at him. But what was that? I think the latest one with Madea does something. It's supposed to be the last Madea film. He had a gay couple in there. So maybe his mind is changing slowly, but he felt like he had to stick to his guns. But I would love to have that conversation. I would love to him to come out give his testimony, a real testimony, not some glossed over thing, right? I think it would help us. It always helps us. When Anderson Cooper came out, that helped us, right? Now he's living his life. The world didn't change. They had gay marriage. Now, it's going to be the end of the world. It's going to end marriage. How the hell is it going to end marriage? And you already batting 55%, girl, if it don't make it. What harm did it do, child? So anyway, it's always been my opinion that he should come out or should at least acknowledge who he is. Just because if you continue to deny who you are, you're supporting the idea that there is something wrong with you being who you are. And we all know, maybe some people don't know, they'll say that Hollywood is run by the Jews, right? But there's a whole lot of gay. There's a whole lot of gay behind the scenes, child. People in show business, child. In front and behind the cameras. Mm-hmm. No one would care at this point. At this point, you're so rich, you tell them what to think. They don't tell you what to think, child. It's just not. The world has changed, and the world keeps continuing to change, right? So we're just asking you, if you do have a testimony, or you have something you can add to the conversation, you might encourage people who actually need encouragement. Just throw us a bone. Mm-hmm. Hey, say James. Didn't they just okay? They always say he's dating somebody. Child, look at Rock Hudson. They say that he was dating this one, he was dating that one. He wasn't even in the closet, really. Not in Hollywood circles. What else are they gonna say? But why hide? Why make a big deal out of nothing? Something that doesn't even have to be a big deal anymore, right? It just makes this shit go on. At some point we're gonna realize, well, that was kind of silly for us to turn God's word into is about the gay. That became the primary thing in the Bible. It was wrong. It was wrong. You got something wrong. Big deal. You got a lot of shit wrong, honey. You got slavery wrong, didn't you? Most would say. Thank you, Shell Whitfield, for the Christmas present. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Can you believe it's almost here? I guess Tyler's lips are zipped. Yeah, I mean, he's got at least one child, right? You don't want to raise your children in all these lies and deceit, and everything's the secret and all that kind of stuff, child. They don't have to be that anymore. They can just be who they are, child. Right? You're the example. You're setting an example. And listen, now I ain't got all these secrets. I can talk about anything, honey. I'm rich. Shit. You don't like it, leave. I saw that Boondocks episode on HBO Max. It clearly portrayed Tyler Perry inspired character as gay. Ma Dukes was her name. That was the funny. I don't think I ever saw any other ones. Of course, everybody was talking about it at the time, and I rushed over to see that particular one. But the character, I think Tyler Perry fired all the people involved who might have leaked the information or something. He felt like they had inside information, but they had twisted it, turned it. Didn't he come out a few years ago? I never heard that. I am misread. I think I would have heard that, honey. That would have been big news. Not that it should be big news. Will Smith should step up to the pulpit and come out as well. Is Will Smith gay? I missed that one. I think I might have heard it somewhere, but we don't know. Damn, Will Smith married, children, all that stuff. It wouldn't be the first ones. You see the Christies. Soon, the first time I taught a Christie's show, the moment I turned it on, he gay all the way. Oh no, he got a wife. Oh no, he not gay. Oh, he just special. Oh no, he's sensitive. He's sensitive, girl. Gay is all outdoors, honey. So one of his little tricks had to come out there and destroyed his life. The trick came out, honey, and squealed on the dude, and gonna cost him 12 years in prison. Caused him to lose everything. I'm just saying, honey. If memory, okay, this is from I Am Misread. If memory serves me, he came out on Oprah before she ended her show years ago. I don't think so. Hold on. This is the information age, baby. Has Tyler Perry, Perry, out as gay? Let's see what the Google people say. Actor Tyler Perry, Leapley finally opens up about his secret gay relationship. Wait a minute. Okay, so somebody else came out. His name was Tyler Leapley. That's probably where you got confused at, Miss Red. An actor finally opens up about his secret gay relationship with Tyler Perry. That was 1 year ago. Okay. The next one says, sad news. Tyler Perry admits he left girlfriend Jalea Berkeley. Why can't y'all have regular names? Jalea Berkeley after 13 years because he is ... That's clickbait. Leaving homosexuality and finding forgiveness. Jackie Hill Perry. So that's another person. Her name is just Jackie Hill Perry. As far as I know, it had nothing to do with Tyler Perry. 1 year ago. So there was a lot of scuttlebutt a year ago. Okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. They got Boondocks on here. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Y'all hold on. Just be one more. Okay. Shocking. Actor. Okay. So this guy, this is another story. Actor Tyler, they have the same first name. Lee Plea confessed of having a gay relationship with Tyler Perry. That was all a year ago, right? Tyler Perry never said that he was gay. Then we have
Look, Robbie, I've just sold Ma Dukes Finds Herself a Man as a movie. And guess who's my leading man? Really? I'm gonna be in a movie? Oh, that's right, Bob. And I only have one request. Look, man, all bullshit aside, can I please just have some ass? Okay. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you made up this whole cross-dressing Christian cult crap just so you can sleep with men? Pretty much, yeah. Fuck you. Now stick that up your ass. No homo.
No homo.
I'm just so.
That was from Boondocks. Okay, let me see. And then, of course, we have the famous Walter Lee Hampton. He says the outing of Tyler Perry. This is 9 years ago. So I'm saying this rumor has been going on since the beginning of his career. Can a gay man who is already out be outed? So they were criticizing Walter Lee Hampton because he was attempting to out Tyler Perry. As a matter of fact, he got 110 views on this outing, right? 110,000 views on this outing. This is when he's defending outing Tyler Perry. But when he outed him, he got over 1 million views. Mm-hmm. So he made about 4 or 5 videos about this man. Yeah, he did. Walter Hampton made about 4, 5, 6 videos saying that he, I think if he had come out, I'm looking at the first page and a half, there's not one incident where Tyler Perry is saying that he is gay. There are a lot of people talking about him being gay or speculating that him being gay, but he don't say it out of his own mouth. The person who said that, his first name was Tyler, but he was not Tyler Perry. It was Tyler and Tyler. Mm-hmm. Even kind of looked alike. Mariah Carey. I've very rarely been wrong though, Mariah Carey, about the gay, honey. Now, I get a whole lot of shit wrong on here. This is commentary. These are just my comments. But I haven't been too wrong about the gay. They call it the gaydar, where you just recognize your own kind. Mm-hmm. He has nothing to do with Medea. There is nothing wrong with it, and he needs to live his truth for himself and his son. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not saying he's gay because he does Medea so well. Anybody can do that if they're a decent actor. He has natural talents. I've seen him acting even in serious roles. So it's not like because you played I don't know, was that actually with Medea, he's not playing a transgender character. He's playing a woman, right? And his audience, who's been able to capture, have been this church audience. At least that's where he started. Miss Sophia said, "You stole my act, fool." No, I never had an opinion about Will Smith. I think Will Smith, my only issue with Will Smith is he just has a baby face. I just have a hard time accepting him as being this crusader or this action character in movies, because he just seems like a kid to me, even though I'm sure he's 50 years old. I never thought him of being particularly gay. But of course, I only see him when he's acting. So if you're a decent actor, that shouldn't come through, no matter what you are. Okay, Tiff P, it's a good point. I could be wrong, but I think some people get annoyed by being forced to fit in any particular classification. Similar to, I won't say the name. That's my friend. Okay, I just say what you said. Larry Reed, similar to Larry Reed. Okay. Some people don't like labels. Usually, if they don't like labels, it's because they think something's wrong with the label, in my opinion. Right. And then we have to understand that LGB, the B is bisexuality. So some people are that. So they say, if I'm with my wife, I'm not going to be out here in the world telling the world that I like dick. I'm just not going to do it. Because why? Because I'm married to a woman. That's it. I'm in that relationship. My bisexuality means that I could be with either one. I could just as easily be with a male. The misconception is that part has to be fulfilled. In other words, if you are bisexual and you fall in love with a woman because you are bisexual, that means you also have to be with the man. That's not what, in my understanding, what bisexuality is. It just means you could do either or, right? When you leave the woman, you could be with a man, but you ain't got to do them both. You don't have to be a cheater because you're bisexual, I think is what I'm trying to say. Or was it he came out as bisexual? I don't remember any of that, Ms. Red. The person who came out was the person who claimed to have a relationship with him, an actor. His name is also Tyler. Tyler Perry has chosen to stay silent on the subject. What we're saying is it would help us as a community and generally speaking as a people, the more we destigmatize this thing. You know, we and our old ideas have made this issue so polarizing. It doesn't have to be that way. There are gay people. That's all we're saying. There are gay people doing everything, particularly if they're a creative people. I don't know what the connection is, but that's why there's so many gays in the church music. I mean, if you pull apart the music departments, excuse me, I didn't turn my mic back. I hope I didn't lose you guys. They're creative people. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a creative person. I can't sing worth of shit, but I'm still a creative person. I don't know if it has anything to do with me being gay, but you know. Unc, we in the building. RJ Supreme. RJ Supreme, you are, well, I guess it's not our business, but I think you said you're a heterosexual guy, though, right? There are some here. There are heterosexuals in the beef sector. The queens got all these big mouths is the issue. No woman, or he would have. Tyler don't want no woman, or he would have had one. Exactly, girl. I mean, what is he? 50-something years old with all the money? He got more money than the government, and he ain't found a woman yet. Dating don't count. Anybody can say they're dating somebody, honey. I salute that. Listen, if you know you're a homosexual, don't go marry some woman and tie her up under that. Make her life miserable. She's gonna be miserable because she's always gonna be wondering. There's always gonna be signs. She's always gonna, why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? Look at these titties. And he ain't gonna. What? Not tonight, baby. I got a lot on my mind. All that old bullshit, y'all. Right? So don't put her through that. But he can't. If you can't make up your mind, you could be married to a man and out and proud and happy and everything else, y'all. I don't think you can really be. You're not really fulfilled when you hide your identity. Now, some people will say, "Well, that's like Jay Wilson. Oh, that's my sex life. Oh, I don't lead out my sex life. Oh, I don't." It is essential to who you are, your experience on this planet, right? Sexuality is more than just having sex. I don't have sex, haven't had it in years. My one failed attempt failed miserably. Maybe that was God. I don't know. But I'm still homosexual. My attraction is still male. And there are certain aspects of my character that you can just say, well, he's a gay guy. Just tell the truth. The truth should mean something. But when you deny it, you say there's something wrong with it. You're touching and agreeing with the haters. Queen Latifah hasn't said it verbally, but she's married. I've always assumed she was gay as well. Is she? She married to a woman? Okay. The character I'm writing now in my new book, Who Shot the Caller? She's a big movie star, and she is caught up in this scandal, but she's been hiding herself. You know, it used to be you had to hide yourself in show business, right? More and more are coming out these days. But I don't know why people feel like when I see you, I have to be able to desire you, or you have the possibility we might have sex someday or something. I mean, what difference does it make who somebody else has sex with? It should be judged on the content of the character and their acting abilities, right? But it used to be that way. Everybody stayed in the closet. I encourage everybody to come out. Everybody to just be themselves. Just tell the truth. It's a very freeing kind of a thing. But some people don't even know who they are. They don't know. Try to hold on to so much that shit until they're 50 years old, like Jay Wilson, and come out at 50. Oh, I just didn't want to say. I just didn't want to. Girl, like somebody gives a fuck. When you stepped off the elevator, Jay Wilson, I said, "Queen, that's the queen." oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I don't know. Excuse me. Tyler's baby's mama is a model. Mm-hmm. Well, because you're gay don't mean you don't want a family. There's all kind of arrangements. You can arrange yourself with a lesbian woman. She wants a baby. You want a baby. You can't make babies. You know, that is God's design. It takes a male and a female to make a baby. But you might have a surrogate. There's many different ways. Or you just might have an agreement with a person. They want a baby. You want a baby. You like him. He likes you. We get along well. We'll co-parent, you know. I've just never had the desire to have children. I think if it was if I was intended to have children, I think I would have had a desire to have children. Ain't nothing wrong with the babies. That's why I'm saying that. You know, you guys, for me, you know, you have a great assignment to have children, but I don't have that assignment, or it would have at least popped through my mind in the last 65 years. It never has. But I live in San Francisco. There are lots of gay families here. Lots of men been together for years. They got babies. The women in my church, you know, I think they tip the scale. There's more women than men. They're lesbians, but they have children somehow or other. You know, you have to get pregnant. That would be a legitimate reason for having a baby mama. Going to his plays live were really interesting. I love them first ones, honey. Maybe it was just that period, but that Medea's what was it? Picnic, family reunion first, and then I Can Do Bad All by Myself, and I like them better as plays, really. But then he got this big contract with Lionsgate where they start producing him all his movies. Now the movies were still amusing, funny, whatever. I don't think they were the same as the plays, though. The plays worked better for me. But eventually a story is told, you know, and they kind of stretched it out longer than it had to be. But he doesn't need Medea anymore. People still want to see her, so he drug her out, you know, one more time. The last one was so silly. When they started off with Brown on fire, girl. Slapstick works better in plays to me than it does in the big screen. Some people watch his movies and stuff like that. From what I understand, they're pretty good quality. Not my thing anymore. I've never seen not even an episode of any of these sitcoms, but he's had several sitcoms. The Browns and all the other ones he made for OWN. Yeah. So I'm not hating on the man, you know. I'm just saying it would be great if you just come out and be yourself and maybe tell us your story. If anything's going to help people see, it's going to be the testimony of older people who have been through it and made it through it. And where are you today? You know. You don't give a damn. Goonies never say die. Some do. Some people do. Yeah, there's a lot goes into being a celebrity. Right now I'm watching Harry and Meghan on Netflix, and people would think, well, that's a charmed life. She's a married damn potential king of England. But from so far from what I've seen, it's a horrible life. It's been a horrible life. I mean, obviously we chase around all kind of celebrities, but those British people, I mean, they hounded that girl, his mother. It eventually caused her death, and then they kept on. So I don't know that that's a life that I would want. I can't even go out and give me I can't go get me a smoothie without people paparazzi all around me trying to see what kind of smoothie I'm drinking and why am I drinking it and all that shit, child. Everything is secret. Family members, everybody got an opinion about it. People selling pictures for $1 million and all this kind of shit. I don't know that that's no life I would ever desire. You know, it doesn't look all that great to me. I gotta see. I'm still on episode 2 on that. I want to say it's hard to watch people who have had so much privilege. I mean, since you were a baby, you don't know anything other than being the most important people on the planet because of your family heritage. It's hard to relate to. Yeah, she's paying a price for that kind of scrutiny. Harry would never be king. Too many in front of him. Well, he's still the royal family. They're all treated pretty much the same. I mean, nobody's going to be treated like the king, but the whole family is treated that way. You know, they all live in palaces, and this palace and the summer palace and winter palace and Buckingham Palace and all. You know, it's a charmed life, but it's I don't think it's a good life. Not something I would want. She already had a certain amount of fame before she even met him, though. She was a popular actress on a regular TV show. I love that show. Suits. I watched it all. I'm thinking about watching it. Maybe I'll watch it next. I'm finishing up with Greenleaf, but and now I'm starting Harry and Meghan. I think that might be next, though. I'll watch Suits again. But she was excellent in that. Just a popular actress. That's enough fame for most people. You know, those shows don't last forever, but it seems like after you've been in one of those shows, you know, we still know the actors from Gilligan's Island. It took place, 50 years ago? So when they die, they still report on them. Something they did 30 years ago, you know. So that would have been enough fame for me. I don't know where they live now. Are they still in Canada? I think she lived in Canada. I think most of that series was filmed in Canada. He came to live with her there. So they may still be in one of those cities in Canada. Or they could be in America. Of course, with people with money like the royal family, they can live multiple places. They could have a place. I mean, most of it we wouldn't know about. It would kill the purpose of leaving the family. If we knew everywhere they were, it would be the same thing, right? Make sure I ain't missing nobody. They say I'm still terrible with the chat. Let me see. Vanity. Oh, that's way back with me. You think I've been a great dad? I'm a great dad to my doggy. No, I don't think I've been a great dad. Not with my past, honey. Daddy, you in there? Come out, Daddy. Come out, Daddy. Who that person? Who that is? Who that is? No, I was never a family man, honey. Never intended to be. That never even crossed my mind, though, in all the years I've been alive. If it were the case, you know, you'd be responsible. I'm responsible as long as I'm not getting high. I'm responsible. Your son doesn't want children and he's not gay. A lot of men don't. That's a big responsibility, man. And it's a responsibility to stay in the marriage. That's a big thing. So, no, a lot of women don't want babies. A lot of women, honey, they prefer their career to having children or having a domestic life. A lot of these huge executives who are working 12, 13 hours a day, they don't necessarily want children. And if they do have children, most of the responsibility falls on the parent that's at home. Mm-hmm. No, I never saw no little Timothy Blaines running around. Wait a minute. I think Harry's cute, though. I really do. I think he's a cute man. He's a nice, decent man. He's not arrogant like he could be, by being raised in that kind of family. I think he's cute. They're a cute couple. She's a beautiful girl. Mm-hmm. William and his 3 children come before Harry. Okay. He's not even a part of the family right now, is he? I mean, didn't he give up all the responsibilities of being a prince? Is he a prince? See, I don't know. I've never followed monarchy because basically I don't believe in it, and it's not my country, so I don't have to. But yeah, he don't want to be no damn. He don't want to be a king. Hell, he don't even want to be a prince. He seems to be happiest when he's in Africa, where everybody don't know who he is, kind of thing. But like I said, I'm only on episode 2. I don't know how long that series goes on. I'd like to find out, where the family stands now about his relationship. It pains me to know that she has to go through this racial aspect, which is dealing with bloggers and people who run these tabloid. I guess tabloids are even bigger in Europe. All the things they say, all the nasty racist comments they've made, that's painful to me. So I don't know how much I can take at one time. She shouldn't have to go through that. Harry is a cute ginger. He is a ginger, isn't he? Poor baby, he's gonna lose all his hair though. You can see how it's already thinning. But yeah, I always thought the kids were cute. I mean, we've grown up with them. We know who they were. Goonies never say die. Sexuality has no influence on the food you like, movies you enjoy, music you jam to, the way you treat folks. That's right. In the future, the rappers are going to come on out. Come on out, baby. Now you got the athletes going to come out. Everybody come out. And what we're going to realize is people are gay. Some people are just gay, honey. It ain't about to pray away the gay. You ain't got to put no oil on them. You just got to accept nature. It is nature. It's always been here. Some people, not everybody lives in big cities either. I think that does make a difference. Some of these people, all they know is their own communities. You have to believe that some of these small towns, they don't even know black people. They saw one black person in town, and he run the corner store or something like that, child. They don't have any experience with other kinds of people. Mm-hmm. No, who is Brenda? Oh, y'all on a different subject. Okay. Harry is close to Michelle Obama. Well, the Obamas, that's royalty here, right? Always will be. I am an Obama. I wonder what their lives are like now. I guess they have their own production company, I think. Was I ever a cigarette smoker? Yep. I gave cigarettes up first though. Goonies never say die. I think I was supposed to smoke from the time I was maybe 20 to 40. Yeah, about 20 years. I stopped smoking because in prison, where I spend a lot of time, when they outlawed cigarettes in prisons, a can of tobacco, which used to cost $8 in the commissary, went from $8 in the commissary for a can. Everything is roll 'em up, right? Like the cowboy days, to $100 a can. So these were only the people who had outside help that were able to have cigarettes. So I stopped for that reason in there. I couldn't afford them. You know, they charge you $5 for a little rolly cigarette. Well, hell, $5, that was 2 days' pay. So we gave it up there. And then when I came out, I was not smoking. So it was easy for me just not to pick it up again. And then, of course, after I got clean, I never went back. So I stopped smoking first. So I stopped smoking about 25 years ago. It's hardly anybody smokes anymore. I remember when they're going to outlaw cigarettes in the bar. I said, "Oh, that'll never happen. How are you going to enforce it?" Because bars were traditionally smoke filled. Everybody smoked, but that was a different time. In the 70s, 80s, everybody smoked then. But now that you can't smoke in there, you can't smoke in hardly anywhere. When you smoke, people look at it like something wrong with you. You know, you better catch up, girl. You know you better catch up. And unfortunately, a lot of the poor people are still the ones who want them at $10, $12 a pack. Yeah, to keep you broke. What was harder to quit, the cigarettes or the hard drugs? Well, I think I just answered that. God just delivered me from the hard drugs. That was just taken off of me. It was a whole lot easier than I expected. I turned my faith over to the Christ. I believed the story. I went out there believing that I was not alone. Everything was going to be fine. And it was done. Some of that happens just as you get to be older. But unfortunately, if you're going to be a drug addict, your chances of getting older get real slim. So I was fortunate to come out when I did. Now, there was all kinds. You got to read my book, Goonies, Meth Monster. It's a short book. You can read it in a day. Meth Monster, available on Amazon. And it'll tell you the details of exactly all the things that happened, how I got into it, how I got out of it. And then, praise God, I'm still out of it. When that book ends, where did it end? Yeah, I think I'm at the end of the book, I'm like 4 years clean. But now that's turned to 21 years. No, but please don't be messing around with meth, crack, cocaine, and all that kind of stuff. You don't have no guarantee you're ever going to get out of it. Anything can happen. You could have $50 worth of dope in your pocket. Somebody come up behind you with a beer bottle, smack you in the head, and render you crippled for the rest of your life. All kinds of shit happens. And you then did something. Somebody got sick in the room. Somebody died in the room. Now you got a reckless homicide on your hands. You can go to prison the rest of your life. The prisons are packed. It ain't worth it. You can't tell people what to do. You know, young people, they go to these raves and most of them just have a period or a season of using drugs and so forth. But a lot of people will never make it out. Who is this purple? What are you talking about? Who have a room connected to the bar with the door separating rooms? Oh, y'all on a whole different thing. Y'all talking about something else. The Laker girl too, they were real ratchet. What y'all talking about? Let me see if I can figure it out. I met Europeans, adults, that had never met a black person until they came to America. There's some of them southern towns, even though y'all got Atlanta, the big cities, you go into some of them southern towns, you see when they vote, The whole damn map is red. There's only the big cities are the only ones that go blue, and they apparently have enough power that they can win. But all through the South is mostly red, except for populated cities where people actually know each other. Have y'all been paying attention to how many black women are in high positions in government? Like there are mayors. How many black women mayors there are in America? I can't believe it. There's a whole lot of these cities that are being run by women. High positions, right? Kamala Harris is the first. I mean, she's a vice president of the United States. She's one step from the presidency. Something happened to Joe, she'd be the president. Uncle Tim having a hard time quitting that sugar addiction, though. Who, you or me, Goonies? I know I don't have no sugar in my house. Nothing. There's no sugar here. No white sugar. But of course, when you go to eat, damn near everything has got sugar in it. You got to read the labels on everything. Spaghetti sauce is packed with sugar. The sauce, the goddamn noodles gonna turn to sugar. There's sugar in almost everything, some degree of it. But I try to eat, drink everything sugar-free. And I don't have sugar here. I don't have salt shakers here, right? Just whatever's in the food. I'd be much better off, Goonies, if I cooked and made my own food where I could control the ingredients, but I don't cook. So I'm stuck with the mercy of Marie Callender's, which most of their food is all pasta. Carbohydrates turns to sugar. I do the best I can. The reason why I stick with that, I feel like it's not so harmful, is because of the portion size. If I just eat Marie Callender's dinner, you know, they give you those little bitty pockets of food. If you just stick to that and don't snack your way through, it's pretty decent. But I'm not fat. I'm not fat. I just have a big fat stomach, a big old belly. And it could be all the medications I'm taking. I don't know what it is, but I have fought the good fight. I am through, honey. Yeah, sugar is deadly, particularly if you drink soda water. I had to give up. I don't even drink diet soda, because diet soda, all it does is make you thirsty. So even when there's a little bit of sugar, it still, or the other ingredients, you're drinking so much of it. You know, you start out buying a can, and next thing you know, you're buying 2 liters. Then they got everything on sale. You buy 1, you get 3 free, and all this shit. That's all to hook you. They are drug dealers, these sugar peddlers. Sugar is the devil. When you go to Walgreens, as you are approaching the counter, everything around you is sugar, 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 all candies, chips. They put all that stuff in the register so you can just reach over while you're waiting in line and grab something. Go vegan? No, I ain't going. There's so little left. Miss, is it Colita? I ain't going vegan. I can't give up nothing else, honey. Seems like every time I go into the doctor, I go in with fear and trembling. What you gonna take next? What do you want? You want my arms, my legs? No, we want you to stop eating this, 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 and this. Chocolate seeds. Ooh, who's eating chocolate seeds? If I'm waiting on my Christmas card from the bank, it always includes a coupon for chocolates from Seeds. Seeds candies. They used to be right here in this complex where the Safeway is. They have moved out. But no, I was never a big Seeds person. There are these candies that I eat. It's sugar-free candy, but I don't know what's in all that stuff. I probably should eat none of it, you know. I do eat that, but it's got to be sugar-free. I mean, for health reasons, it's got to be. I'm diabetic, so I just can't do it. I can't do vegan. I'm thinking that maybe when we get to heaven, God's going to tell us, now, who told you to kill all the millions and millions and millions of my animals? But it was in the Bible. They killed animals. No. Have you not seen through the vegans that you can't survive without eating meat at all? Who told you you're supposed to kill my animals? I read it in the Word. Sometimes if you think too much, you think, well, God, this is barbaric. Well, some movie I was watching yesterday, first scene, they got this innocent little deer. And these hunters out there, and they're so proud, so happy. I got him. Shot the poor little deer in the head. Why did you have? Oh, we eat meat, don't you? You go to McDonald's, don't you? Well, it's true. We do eat meat, but just to kill these defenseless animals, like you have done. Did the animals have a gun? Wouldn't that be more fair? You just see him out there and just murder him for what? Just for sport. It's fun. I don't think it should be fun. And you can, I mean, it's unimaginable how much meat we actually eat every day. How many cows and pigs and chickens all have to give up their lives for us to have a chicken sandwich, child? So you can't think too much about it. Ooh, liver cancer. Man with abdominal fat can be connected to liver cancer. I had that already. I'm going for another MRI. I got to go through them supposed to be, is it 6 months? Something like that, 5-6 months. I got to check the liver again, make sure it don't come back. Liver cancer. If it does come back, you just need to catch it early. They can take it out, or they can zap it with some kind of laser or something. But if you go in there with liver cancer, stage 3, 4, it's pretty much too late. So if you got healthcare, use it. Men, show up for your appointments, get checked out. I would not even have known I had liver cancer if I wasn't in the hospital for something else. I was getting a just HIV checkup kind of thing, and they found it early enough. You're heading to Bayview in March? Any suggestions? Baby, I don't even know what the Bayview is. What is the Bayview? What cities does that include? Bayview? Isn't that right here in San Francisco? Yeah, I haven't been over there at Bayview. I think that is the last that's the last Black community in San Francisco. There's still a few in the Fillmore, but the Bayview, I think, is where all the Black people live. Yeah, this whole place is number 7 miles. So if you're in the Bayview, you're in San Francisco, all over. Head towards the piers, the wharfs, but don't fall into some of that food they sell over there. I did that when I had my family here. That shit was horrible. They couldn't even eat it. But there'll be people on there peddling everything down at Pier 39. We would have done better just to go to a restaurant a few blocks away from the tourist traps. Tim, how much do people get paid in prison? Oh, I was rich in prison. I got I think I got $1.20 an hour. That was good pay. I think you started off at 75 cents an hour, and we made furniture. You're making furniture in a factory, and you're getting $1.20 an hour. I think the highest paid people in the damn thing was $3 an hour. They've been working there for years. Well, they figured, they already housing you and feeding you. You don't need no extra money to buy your soups. You go to the store once a month, and the primary thing you buy are these soups, right? Because everything is made with soups. Top ramen on the street, you get them for 20 cents. I think even in prison, they're only like 25 cents, right? And then the ballers, or the people who make $3 an hour, they can get all kind of canned goods and things. They become masters at top ramen soups. You ask the ones supposed to have it going on. Oh, I don't go to the child hall. I don't go to the child. So they make my soups in the bag, girl. They make spread every night. I think they feed you a little better. They do feed you in there though. But your money is for your zoom zooms and wham whams. It used to be for your tobacco and all that, but I guess now it'll just be for food. extras, whatever you can fit in your locker. Hi, Nicole Reloaded. How you doing today? And Soul Sister #1 show. You missed something. Soul Sister, she feels guilty about missing the show. I'm sorry, baby. I just pop on whenever the spirit hit me. It's all right. I'm glad to see you here. Thanks for helping out. You know, these moderators, they don't got to do this, honey. They're just doing it because they want to. What's high in sodium? Top ramen? Yeah, that's noodles too. Well, I wasn't aware of all my health issues when I was doing that. I can't stand the thought of a top ramen soup makes me want to throw up, child. I bought a case at one point when I first moved in here. It was in there for like 7 to 8 years. I finally threw it out. I said, I had it in for emergency since it's only $1/4 a bag, right? I can't do it. I'm sorry. Your brother used to talk about making cheese sandwiches and sardines. Ooh, sardines and rice. Oh, Roni, y'all must have been feeding him some coin. He can afford sardines and rice in jail. What they would do is everybody got a job in prison, right? And some people who work in the kitchen will sell. They'll steal things from the meats from the chow hall, anything they make in the chow hall, and they have a network where they're constantly stealing stuff, right? So yeah, you can buy you some cheeses and things, and you can buy you some meats, and then you got enough money. Not everybody is broke in there. Some, although we're all making, $30 a month and stuff like that. Some people who have family on the street, and there are some people who were like drug dealers and stuff on the street. They have lots of money on their books. They have people on the street who are still feeding them money. They have family members. They have a wife feeding them money, and they can, for in there, live pretty good because they get packages. They send them all kind of food and stuff like that. And believe it or not, some of the wealthiest people in prison are people on SSI. Now, you would think that on the streets, the poorest people are on SSI, right? But when you get into the pen, if you have somebody on the street that is still collecting your checks like you had a payee or something, and the people don't know you're in jail, and they still send the money to your payee, well, those people are rich, because even if they send them half their check, if they send them $300 or $400, that's a whole lot of money in prison. Marie Calendar is good, but the sodium is high. They seem like they make everything with pasta. Every damn meal, honey. Sardines in jail? Well, Alfreda Gross, you got to go there, baby, and realize what you're up against, girl. That might be a delicacy in jail. They make tacos by KFC, all that. Oh. No, Cochita Peach. Well, I think it's quarterly. So 4 times a year, they will have these food sales, right? And you can buy tacos and KFC, and if you have money in your books, you can buy all that stuff. But it's only 4 times a year, right? And people get so excited. They save up all month just to go and buy them some Kentucky Fried Chicken, child. When you're in there, all you think about is a nice, juicy McDonald's hamburger. A hamburger sandwich. You having any pain before liver cancer? No, before liver cancer, I had no symptoms at all. That's why they kill you. A lot of cancer is like that. So you got to be getting checked out regularly. Yeah, I was amazed about the cancer thing. I've got to go. Is it Monday? No, 1st of January. Go for another MRI. Because make sure they don't come back. I think I'm approaching 5 years though. with no cancer. After 5 years, they'll call you cancer-free. That don't mean that it wouldn't come back because you're still just damaged to the liver. But that's only one cancer. Honey, they say before we die, everybody got some kind of cancers in their body. They do autopsies, right? So you got to watch it all. And some of these HIV drugs might even be causing damage to your organs. I don't know. These HIV drugs, they work miracles, though, because I've been undetectable 25 years. I've been undetectable for definitely 25 years. For those medications. So what they do is every time you go to your doctor, they'll see if their numbers have changed any. If your numbers have changed while you're on HIV medications, they have so many now that they simply change it to another one. If the HIV drugs are causing you problems in your liver, they'll switch you to something else, which will affect your kidneys. Then you switch it to something else. Move it around, right? Because there are so many options. Coin at first. You thought your brother was tricking you out of coin at first? What, he wanted a hamburger? Yeah, they do that every. Well, I think it's 4 times a year. You also can get a package 4 times a year. They call it a quarterly, where you can pack a certain amount of pounds of food in there. Some new socks. People get watches, Not everybody's broke, but if they're depending on just what they get from the prison, it's pretty dire straits. Bye-bye, Alfreda Gross. See you later. Oh, it's time for us to get out of here. Okay, so maybe at some point before Tyler Perry dies, he'll come out here and tell us his real testimony. I think it'd be fascinating. Some people hold that into they never really tell their story until they come out with their memoir or their autobiography. You might not find out till then. I guess it's mildly interesting. I think it's more interesting to us, to young people, gay community. Part of the fight is just getting people to come out. We have to normalize it because that's what it is, right? When you try to hide it, all you're saying is there's something wrong with it. All right, my wonderful darlings. Thank y'all for coming in. Who stay begging? Child, I know I ain't stay begging. That you must be talking about that Jay Williams. All right, you guys. I see the porn people coming on. Time to go. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Maybe we'll talk later. Bye.